Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Here I'll be doing reviews of the latest games and also walk you through some walkthrough gameplays so you can have an idea if the game is for you, if you like it before buying. So yeah, this is the first game that I got in early release, actually 48 hours before the release date, and it is very good. I think I have been waiting long for Cronos, the new Dawn, the new title by Bluebird team, since the amazing remake they made to Silent Hill 2. Well, I think that this game is very different to Silent Hill 2. As you can see, well, it shares some core features as the inventory. You have to be careful with the resources, but this one is more punishing in the combat area. This one really will push you to be more creative and strategic when you approach combat. So let's get going with this review. Okay, so yeah, we have a lot of traversal in the game. The game is very beautiful. It is very interesting because you're not in a space actually. It is the city of Poland, I think, in the 1980s. And yeah, as you can see, it is very beautiful, but sometimes the traveling can be a little bit like clunky because the game does not like let you know where you have to go or give you a lot of clues, and also the weapon is awful. It doesn't provide you with a path. So as you can see here, in I am struggling a little bit to see how I can move on this area. But yeah, the magnetic puzzles, obviously taking inspiration from Dead Space, are very good and gorgeous. And yeah, it is very beautiful. It is unique. It's not your typical sci-fi death horror space game. And well, I am also going to talk about the inventory. As you can see, it is kind of troubling because even if you like upgrade your inventory to the max, it will only give you 12 slots, and this you will have to share with keys and other core items for the journey of this traveler. So yeah, as you can see, I am like struggling to see what I can eliminate in order to get that handgun ammo. And yeah, I also have to get the underground corridor key, so you have to always be like reloading the weapon, so in order to free a space in your inventory, and it can be a little bit troubling sometimes. And we have another encounter. This is one of the hardest encounters in the game because like I said, I mean, you really have to think about what weapon you use. If you're going to use torch fuel, in some areas you're going to have to resort to the shotgun and to try to be effective. In other areas you will need to resort more to the torch pool because obviously you will have weaker enemies but a lot of bodies that they can merge and become more dangerous. So yeah, this encounter in particular, it was very strong. It is very difficult, but I think that it is still kind of frustrating but fun at the same time. Like I said, I really enjoyed the combat encounters because it forces you to think and to think about how you're going to approach the enemies and everything. Yeah, this is one of the hardest. I mean, there are more enemies coming, and yeah, you have to be very careful because the game gives you like the necessary ammo only for the encounter, so you have to think about every shot, make every shot count and everything. And I think the enemies are cool. The design is very cool. Here's another encounter that was like very hard, but yeah, I wouldn't compare it too much to Callisto Protocol. Yeah, of course the enemies merge, and in Callisto Protocol the enemies also evolve, but you don't have like a dodge mechanic, melee, and very important melee abilities. You have to resort more to the guns you have, and yeah, to be like very careful with what you use. And there are some encounters that you will have to run away. The only way to succeed is to run away because then, like I said, the game gives you the necessary ammo for every encounter. You're not going to have like a lot of ammo. So yeah, in this encounter I struggled a lot and I had to run away in order to progress to the other level. So yeah, I am running away. ignore completely the enemies because, like I said, in this specific encounter I didn't have too many ammo, so yeah, I had only to run away. That was the only way. So yeah, you have to be very careful with the weapons, with what weapons you use, and every encounter is different. Every encounter is unique. You can use the same technique that you used for the previous encounter for the actual encounter. So I am approaching. This is one of not my very good. I didn't like too much these areas because it is kind of frustrating and traveling to detect these guys that will unknowingly rob you with their tentacles. So yeah, you have to like. It is kind of frustrating, but yeah, there are a lot of sections in the game like this, and you have to be very careful because these annoying creatures will take a health, whether if you press the R1 button very fast or slow. And yeah, this encounter specifically was very frustrating. I didn't like it because it was like abusive, and I don't understand why Bluebird team didn't assign like a button for the traveler to let go of the body and switch to other ammos, because you obviously have more ammos, but the game for some reason only lets you use the gun. And yeah, it was frustrating. I didn't like it. I didn't like this encounter. It was very hard and unnecessarily like challenging. Yeah, the boss design was kind of cool. I think like a lot of people were complaining that some of the bosses were like very similar to each other, but this one is very unique. I really kind of like the three latest bosses in the game because they were like Elisa, this guy, and the other one, the Pathfinder, because they were very unique. It was like some kind of different boss, not too similar to the other bosses in the game. But yeah, this one was very cool, and yeah, also kind of scary. One of the few moments when I really jumped out of my chair. So yeah, you have to approach like the encounter. You have to think about what ammo you use. This is the Lisa boss fight. This one was also very cool, very unique. At first you will have to struggle to see what to do with each boss, but for example in this boss you have to shoot out the orange like bubbles coming out of the organism. You have to shoot every one of them, and at the same time take care to not waste a lot of ammo, because like I said, this game really gives you the danger of staying without ammo. And yeah, this is the Pathfinder. This one was very cool. It was very unique, but I think I didn't like too much this section, the last section of the boss fight, because the Pathfinder really teletransported every minute. Like he disappeared, and yeah, it was kind of annoying because you wasted a lot of ammo. You didn't know when he was going to strike or he was going to disappear, like here. So yeah, you shoot him and he disappears. I discovered that the only way is to shoot him while he's attacking in order for you to damage him. So yeah, that's the Pathfinder boss fight, the last boss fight in the game. And yeah, it so far is very cool. I like it. Yeah, it has some flaws like the lighting in some parts, but it is a very good game by Bluebird team. So yeah, my final thoughts with this game is, if you like third-person survival horror games, you're going to like this one. Also, if you like the sci-fi theme, a horror sci-fi theme like The Thing in movies. So yeah, I really recommend you to get it, and yeah, you have to be very careful because it's not too similar to Silent Hill. Like I said in the game, in the video earlier, Silent Hill 2 is more like a psychological journey, but this one is punishing. It's punishing in the combat and also punishing in the inventory. It's harder. It's very hard. It's kind of hard. So yeah, that will be my review for this game. I hope you enjoy it, that it helps you to see if you like this game, if you want to buy it, or maybe you want to wait for a sale. So thank you very much guys for watching my video. Have a good weekend.